The 76ers are 9-6 to begin the season, and in the midst of a chaotic week after maybe the coolest game of the season, I think they finally realized something that we have been saying all along. So we'll talk about what that is. We'll give the latest updates on Joel Embiid. Are you concerned about his health at this point based on what is going on? And does it even matter? Because right now, Tyrese Maxey has taken things to a new level. And I want to just break down how impressive it has been. So all that and more coming up here on Philly Take with RB. But welcome into the show. I'm RB. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on so you don't miss any of the content. We go live for every game, pregame, live game, postgame. You can listen back to the postgame shows after with timestamps, or you can listen on any podcast platform. So make sure you share, rate, and subscribe on any podcast platform as well. But here's a live look at the Eastern Conference. The Sixers sit at 9-6. Essentially, they are a middle-of-the-pack team, and they are the 6th seed right now. But it's been like one win, one loss, one win, one loss. And as I said at the beginning of the year, usually I give teams about 20 games before I start making judgments. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with this Sixers team. And as good and as fun and better than expected that they've been and all these things, they've also been frustrating because I just want to see the full team healthy on the floor. Maybe we'll get that tomorrow as the Sixers take on Miami. We'll be live for that game. Maybe we won't. Maybe we don't even know what's going to happen for the next 20 games because the Sixers like to keep us in limbo. And, you know, they finally get Paul George back last game for his second game. He looked really good. Honestly, probably the best that I've seen Paul George look. Like in the beginning of that game, the way he was creating his own shot, that is what the Sixers gave that max contract to. That's the player they wanted. Who knows if it's sustainable, but they need it, right? They need Joel Embiid back on the floor. So we're going to talk about all these guys, but how do you feel about this Eastern Conference? I mean, Detroit winning 11 in a row, Toronto winning 6 in a row. Essentially, that would be, I think, 11 or 12 if it wasn't for the Sixers beating them that one game. So it's been very interesting to start the year, but it is early. And the thing about the NBA is that there's so many injuries going on right now. There are so many guys out, from Wemby to Giannis. Curry, I believe, is still out. Brunson was just out. There are so many guys injured that people are starting to get turned off a little bit early in the season. That's why the NBA is trying to incentivize things like the NBA Cup, which I still do not understand at all. Like, there's just no meaning behind it. They're trying to spice up the All-Star game this year, and it's just not working. But the NBA is apparently trying to find ways to reduce injuries and has launched a league-wide biomechanics assessment program. Here's the thing. I'm going to make it very easy for you, Adam Silver. How about we reduce the back-to-backs? How about we reduce the, hey, let's play home tonight and travel overnight tomorrow? How about we reduce the 3 games in 4 days? And why do the 76ers have the most back-to-backs, or are tied for the most in the NBA this year with 16? Do they just still hate the process? It feels like it. And you know that Joel Embiid and Paul George and these guys aren't going to play both games of a back-to-back. So it almost feels like it was a bit intentional. But speaking of Joel Embiid, he has not played since he made this comment about Trendon Watford. Quote, reminded me of Ben Simmons when he had that triple-double in the game where the Sixers beat the Raptors. Maybe Joel Embiid cursed himself by saying this. I thought it was an odd comment at the time. Obviously, I'm joking. I don't think he cursed himself, but it is odd. He has not played since that night. He has missed 6 consecutive games with right knee soreness, not left, right. That is not the knee that he had operated on this past summer and previously as well. So did he overcompensate and he was putting too much pressure on his other knee, and then that started to swell up? I just feel awful for Joel Embiid. I can't say it enough. Like, I just get tired of talking about these injuries and what's going on. And Coach Nick Nurse 4 days ago said that Joel Embiid was, quote, okay, just not pain-free. He's still day-to-day getting better. I don't think he's far away from playing. That's what Nick Nurse said 4 days ago. The Sixers have had 2 games since then. So why is he not back on the floor? That starts to make me feel like this is last year again all over, and that the Sixers are not telling us something more than what is going on the surface. And I don't care what anybody says or how they feel about us in the content creator realm or media or whatever trying to pick on Joel Embiid and the rest of these injuries. We all love Joel. We want to see him on the floor. And I think that the Sixers need him on the floor. I don't think he needs to be the guy. I don't think it has to be his offense, but him on the floor can create a positive effect. But if the Sixers cannot continue to get this guy on the floor, it is going to mess up the team in the long term. The regular season is about building your identity, getting guys together, understanding how to play, and the Sixers cannot continue to have one game on and then 3 games out and 2 games on, 2 games out. It's not going to work. So if you take it personal as, we're attacking Embiid, that's on you. But the Sixers need this guy back on the floor. And now I'm getting concerned that he has missed 6 games in a row. Hopefully he plays tomorrow and all this is put to bed and we're good. But the Sixers need Joel Embiid, and I just do not like the way that they're talking about this injury. And I don't like the fact that it's his other knee, but does it matter? Doesn't matter at all. I don't know, because Tyrese Maxey has taken an MVP leap this year, and Tyrese Maxey deserves way more credit than he is getting right now. I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But the other night, Tyrese Maxey became the 4th player in NBA history to total 500-plus points and 100-plus assists in the first 15 games of a season, joining Luka Doncic, James Harden, and Allen Iverson. Tyrese Maxey is now averaging 33.4 points a game, 2nd in the league, 7.9 assists, which is up from his previous career high, 4.1 threes per game, 2nd in the NBA, and 42.1 three-point percentage. By the way, he's playing the most minutes in the NBA, and he is really bearing a lot of the weight of missing your 2 other max co-stars, $100 million, usually not on the floor. And that is why Tyrese Maxey deserves credit. I've talked to a few people, and I've listened to what people are saying. It's all about Luka Doncic. It's all about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and respect to them. Respect to Nikola Jokic. But Tyrese Maxey is not getting enough credit for what he's doing. Tyrese Maxey told me before the season in our interview, you can check it out, it's pinned on the channel, I came to Philly as a child and I turned into a grown man here. Well, guess what? Now he's turned into an MVP candidate. This Maxey leap has been one of the coolest NBA stories of the season. Like, we knew he's always been great. He's had the skills and the talent and the traits and the personality and the work hard mentality. But now he has the flip it on switch. It's no longer, is Tyrese Maxey going to take over in the first quarter? Is he going to take over tonight? We know going into the game that Tyrese Maxey is going to absolutely obliterate the defense. They can throw whatever they want at him. There's going to be quarters where he's inefficient and where he turns the ball over sometimes. But the net effect is, man, he is unstoppable right now. I mean, look at these stat lines this season. This is different. And none of these other co-stars have had to play without 2 other max guys on the floor. Sleeper is a fantasy sports and real money gaming app that is taking things to the next level. They are the best one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can chat on games in real time with other users. You can get the latest news, scores, and alerts right at your fingertips. And you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. With Sleeper's Picks, all you have to do is choose anywhere from 2 to 8 of your favorite players. This could be pregame, live game, or even across different sports. And then you just pick the over or under, more or less than the predicted stats. That's it. You can make these entries in less than 30 seconds with a $1 minimum entry. And on Sleeper, if your picks win, you can get up to 1,000 times your payout. So right now, download the Sleeper app, use the promo code PhillyTake, and get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And right now, as a special promo, Sleeper is actually offering a free $20 entry with no deposit required. All you have to do is sign up and use the code PhillyTake to claim your free promo. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. And that is why he deserves MVP consideration right now. And it's been so cool to see. And he drops his career high 54 the other night. It's wild, man. Here's an interesting stat on Maxey. He has made a career-high 7 layups with his left hand already, the most by any player with their non-shooting hand in a game this season, and that was the other night. So that was wild. We had this thing at one point where Maxey was like going up off the wrong foot, and he wasn't comfortable with that other hand. He's just worked on everything. That's another thing he told me in our interview. He said, there's some things I'm really focusing on, like the intricate details that he didn't tell me. He said, I'm not spilling the details, but there's just those little things that take a player from good and make them great. And here are his previous career highs to what they are right now. I mean, you see a jump in every category. Every category. I mean, it's just the stat line he put up the other night was unreal. And I want to take one quick look at a few stats that I think could help put this into better context, right? Tyrese Maxey right now is sitting at 2.8 win shares on the season. Now, for context, that ranks third in the NBA behind Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So Tyrese Maxey is contributing to winning the third most in the NBA. He's also third in offensive win shares in the NBA as well with 2.2. His true shooting percentage is at 61.8%. You may look at this list and go, oh, well, Drummond's got a better true shooting. Quentin Grimes has a better true shooting. But again, take it back to the context. The more shots you have, the more volume, the lower this number is expected to be. And if you're at like a 53, 55, 56, like that's really good. Tyrese Maxey's almost at 62% true shooting. Like that is insane based on the fact he's taken the most shots a game. He's playing the most minutes. He's tired later in these games. Tyrese Maxey's on-off numbers plus 17.7. Like, these are insane numbers. The Sixers have these depth pieces that are coming through big time, and that's why if the stars actually get healthy and on the floor, I think they can be a solidified squad. I really do, because the Jabari Walkers and the Dom Barlows and all these other guys are really stepping up big time. Tyrese Maxey is taking the reins. He's taken over this team. He is the only player in the NBA that is top 5 in total points and assists, and he has just been a revelation this year. It's been awesome to see the MVP lead, because whether you like it or not, this is his offense right now for this season and maybe onwards as well. So give me your thoughts down below. How do you feel about Tyrese Maxey and the 76ers to begin this season? Where do you think they rank in the Eastern Conference right now? Give me all your thoughts down below. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.